Going on today, guys? I'm finally back. I've been sick for a while, but that doesn't matter. Today we're gonna go out on some fescue, cool season grass. We're gonna go after weeds and put a fertility round down. Got a little trick I'm gonna throw in there, and plus we'll talk about the herbicide we're gonna use, which is gonna be this 4-speed XT. Excellent for cool season grasses and cooler weather, and the type of weeds we're going to be encountering today. So stay tuned, strap in, it's going to be awesome. Will be our first victim for the day. It's got some chickweed, a little ground ivy, oxalis, whatever the hell that is, some kind of dandelion or something. It looks like something off the Encyclopedia Britannica. I don't know. Could use a little color boost, but other than that, she's doing all right. Let's mix it up. Fertilizer on this one, I'm gonna use the old DX8, the Ding Dang Double Dark Doo-Doo Domination fertilizer. But in the cooler weather, it's an 1808, but half of the nitrogen is from ammonium sulfate, the other half is from XCU urea. It's got sulfate of potash, 5% iron, and biosolids. But it ought to be pretty effective in cooler weather. And with that 5% iron, it'll set it right off. Anyway, that's what I use a lot of right there. I've had that mixed for me for years. But I have that here at the lab, and this house is in my neighborhood, and I'm getting ready to go to the shop and load up Carbonex for the rest of them. But this one's getting the DX8. There's what DX8 looks like. Unfortunately, you can't tell what DX8 smells like. Cool thing about making these videos, and you get to hear from a lot of different people, and different people got different hacks. My buddy Jason Hulsey sent me this thing here. It's just a little battery powered pump, and you can get that last little bit of liquid out of the bottom of the permagreen with it when you're out in the field, or if you want to switch over to something else, you can actually siphon it out and save it into a jug of pre-mixed stuff to go with again. Right now all I got is some soapy water in here where I've been cleaning it out, but you just stick it right in there and it'll suck it right out. Well, yeah, when I'm at the shop or whatever, I use a shop vac and it drains it out really fast, but you're capturing it into the shop vac bucket, and then you got to worry about dumping that out. But you can like I say, you can use this out in the field like I just did. Pretty nifty little transfer pump, battery powered, get you by out here. Thank you, Jason. Got that 1 yard sprayed and fertilized, and I ran out here to the shop and I picked up some Carbonex. We're gonna go do a few more. Carbon Earth Company's done so, if you don't know that already. It's unfortunate. It was super innovative. They did something that had never been done before and started from scratch. You gotta take your hats off to them, but there's gonna be bumps along the way, and they've hit a pretty major one. We'll see what Matt can come up with next. There's just watch the Grass Factor and Matt and see what he says is coming down the pipe. But hopefully there'll be something for somebody. But anyway, I've got enough to get through the next few rounds from what I had bought previously. So I'm in good shape till they come up with something else, or I just have to start making DX8 for everything again. All right, well, anyway, this is the herbicide we're gonna go out with. This is 4-Speed XT. There's lots of options. Sorry, I'm bouncing around so much. Lots of options in cooler weather for cool season grasses. This is a pretty good one here. If you've watched my cool season weed control video, remember I said triclopyr, super effective on most of what ails you in cool season grasses. Wild violet, it's pretty good on creeping Charlie, things like that. This is 2,4-D ester, which the ester-based 2,4-D is going to work much better in cooler temperatures. It's going to be much hotter, going to penetrate into the plant. It's got triclopyr ester. Yes, triclopyr ester. So ester-based triclopyr and dicamba, and it's got a PPOI in it called ethyl. We're just going to call it by a brand name Octane. So let's say Octane. But Octane ethyl is going to be pretty similar. It's got the same mode of action as something like carfentrazone. So it's going to be that fast burn down herbicide. So you've got these ester-based, pretty heavy hitting herbicides in here, the 2,4-D ester, the triclopyr ester. Then you've got this fast burn down that's going to really get in there and knock them down. So it's a good choice for this time of year in cool season grass. You can spray this on zoysia too. It's labeled for Bermuda grass, dormant Bermuda grass, common dormant Bermuda grass. I don't see any real need to spray that on Bermuda grass. I would not, but you're fine to go on that with zoysia, bluegrass, ryegrass, bent grass at a much lower rate. We're going to go 4 pints to the acre with this on our fescue. Bent grass, you're going to be just under 2 pints to the acre. 1.8 pints, I think, is what the bent grass rate is. So bent grass is sensitive to everything, but unkillable. I don't get it. Anyway, you'll just ding it all if they look like crap. But this real wide spectrum of weed control with this. Some other choices for this time of year. Red labeled Speed Zone is pretty good. It's gonna have some of the same action as this. The carfentrazone in that is going to act a lot like the Octane in this, and it's going to have the 2,4-D ester and the dicamba. This is going to have the added benefit of the triclopyr ester, which is, like I said, great for pretty much what ails you, hard to control weeds in cool season lawns, oxalis, wild violet, creeping Charlie, and all. Chickweed, you should be blowing all that away with this. So Cool Power is another good one. Escalade 2 is not bad. So there's lots of options, but this is a real good option to what I'm going to go out here. Momentum FX2 is pretty good, but we'll get back at it. I'll go ahead and talk a little bit about what I'm going to do fertility wise here too. I'm going to sneak about in my acre load for the permagreen, I'm going to run 4 pints of this 4-speed here, and about 32 ounces of Green County dethatch. What I'm trying to do with that, and I've had some success in the past, and I've used it the same way in the spring before too, but sugars in the plants, and there's molasses in the dethatch, and I'm not going to the full label rate. I'm just going to, like I said, I'm going to run about 2 pints in there, about a quart of dethatch per acre, just to kind of boost up those sugars. And what my aim there is to kind of get those sugars into the plant. And what will happen is cool weather, below freezing weather, will not have as much of an effect on your plant when it's all sugared up like that. They'll be on a sugar rush. No, but the higher the bricks in the plant, if you're optimal level, it just won't react the same to frost and tip burn, that kind of thing, as a plant with lower sugars in it. And this may or may not work for you, I don't know, but in my area it does not get super cold. And if we do happen to have a little colder streak than average, the grass won't yellow and look as beat up. It'll hold that color and resist that freezing just a few more degrees than it would otherwise. Just a little thought. And I'm gonna put a little Subvert depth 10 in too, and that's depth 10 plus, and so I'm going to be getting my little nutrients out of that, plus the peptide power. And the peptides will also, the depth 10 has been really useful as a surfactant, somewhat, a vehicle to get whatever you're trying to get into the plant in, is what I've seen messing with it. And so we'll get the added benefits of the peptides and the little bit of nitrogen in it, and the potassium, plus laying in that getting, helping us get this action here in. Well, this doesn't need a lot of help getting in, actually. Non-ionic surfactant or whatever, you could run that with this. I don't know if it's really worth it. You should be able to get this into the plant without much help from a surfactant or a wetting agent, and what you'll end up doing is you could run the risk of damaging your favorable plant a little more, because you've boosted this up with the surfactant. And the depth 10 may do the same thing, so I could be. But anyway, I'm gonna run just a little bit. All right, well, that's about the summary. I don't know if I have a lot of time to jibber jabber, but I'll try to shoot some of the yards and stuff when I get out there. That's why I wanted to go ahead and explain what I was doing now. There you go. We're gonna hit this one and this one over here. Here's another one we're gonna get. Not so much too much of a weed problem in the front here, but I got some really thin, where am I pointing? Thin spots. I don't know where that came from. It wasn't like that. I don't know if maybe the maintenance guy mulching the leaves on it kind of suffocated it out or what, but not much I can do on that now. We'll just keep pumping the fertility to it, and hopefully it'll fill in the spring. The backyard's funny here. It goes from this fescue that I've planted into this city greenway under the power lines. This is zoysia. But anyway, looks pretty clean though. There's a few little chickweeds and stuff in it, but otherwise this is doing pretty good. All right, take a look at this one. This one's looking pretty good. It looks pretty clean. I see one chickweed right there. Usually got a lot in the back though. Let's check out the back. Oh, that's not good. It's a Poe annual. All right, this one's looking pretty good. This is the back at this place. I just sprayed it and put the fertilizer out. I got a few real low permagreen weeds. I'll show you. These thin spots in the shade. It's like a little ground ivy creeping in there. Some chickweed. A little Poa in this yard. That surprises me. But anyway, I hadn't seen this first Poa I've seen in the fescue today. Hopefully it's not going to be a trend. This thing here I seeded in the fall. This is the first go around on a fescue yard. It was a crabgrass yard, but got a lot of chickweed in it. I'm going to go ahead and spray that stuff out. Out spraying, and earlier in the day I had a little issue. My permagreen didn't look like it was putting out like it usually does, and I noticed the tanks weren't dropping as much for how much I was spraying. So I did a quick calibration on it, and how you do that is you make sure your RPMs wide open are at about 3450. Go ahead and tie your throttle back. Lock your high gear nozzle in. Spray out of your high gear nozzle. Put a collection beaker under it for 20 seconds. You should be pretty close to 32 ounces. It doesn't have to be exactly 32 ounces, but I was getting 16 for some reason. So flushed the machine out. I took the pressure cap off here at the unloader valve. There's a little black cap on there that just screws off, and flushed that out. Still wasn't any better, so I dug in my box of goods and pulled out a new 20-pound pressure cap and screwed it on there, and was getting much closer to 32 ounces. In my older machine, I run the 30-pound, and that seems to put out a little better for me. It makes the spray pattern a little bit wider, but I'm getting a lot better volume on that, I feel like. But anyway, just sprayed this thing out. Fertilizer, just a little helpful permagreen tip while I was thinking about it. This one is overseeded with the breakout ryegrass. It's just kind of hanging out right now. I just mowed it, so you get the when you come up, it was all kind of green, but just mowed it, so we're back into the old Bermuda canopy a little bit, so you see some tinges of brown in it. But I don't see any need to spray the herbicide on this, which, like I said, the 4-speed is labeled for dormant Bermuda, but not for hybrid Bermuda. And this is, the back has some hybrid Bermuda here, and then I put this improved variety out here when I seeded it, so I don't really want to go that route. But I'm going to run a little Carbon X on it, green it up. Got some rain coming in the future, so get this thing kicking. Got several of them we're gonna get to over here in this neighborhood. This fescue's looking great. I'll turn it around and show it to you without my mug in it, but it's doing good. I not really see any weeds, so we're not gonna run the herbicide on it, but we'll spread out a little fertilizer. Yep. Here's the front out here. I think I'm at the wrong angle for the sun or whatever. Check this bad boy out though. It's a Japanese maple. That's cool. See if it looks any better from this way. Oh, whatever. I can't figure the sun out to make it look awesome right now, but it looks awesome. All right. While I was out spraying the other houses in the neighborhood, I picked up this one. I guess it's supposed to be fescue, but this will be the first brand new application on this bad boy. I'm gonna spray it with the 4-speed and put some Carbon X out on it, see if we can make a little more of his fescue happen. All right, like I said, there you go. Brand new customer. I sprayed that out. We'll see how it works out. Now that one sprayed right there. This one sprayed. I got that one right there sprayed. And then the one on the other side of it is gonna be brand new for today too. Then I got two at the end of the street and one, that yellow one through the woods right there. Then we'll go home. All right, I've been doing this one a while, and then this one here, we're gonna start on today. This is the first time I've been on it. You can see a definite difference when we cross over into this yard. There's nothing, and then this yard's wrapped up with chickweed and oxalis and clover. Right here, we started out from seed in the fall. It was I don't know what the hell kind of grass he had in. He had just junk in it. It looks pretty good now. He's got some weeds, so we're gonna spray the weeds, throw the fertilizer on it. I'll give you a close up. It's got ground ivy all in it. This ought to get this one real quick. It's kind of, the color's been in it, so we can boost that up a bit. I had the permagreen percolating. We'll get one more in. You can see the sun's kind of getting away from me. All right, well, you run out of daylight fast this time of year, so I missed out on some of my blabbing time. Basically what we're looking at there is you got a couple permagreen tips in, and spraying these winter weeds and fescue. These three-way products are probably the way to go. Ester-based in the wintertime. A little triclopirin is always good. So I listed some options earlier. I won't blab through all that, but we got a couple new ones that we sprayed for the first time today with a lot of weeds in them. So there should be some good follow-up to see how the 4-speed XT worked on that. That's a good herbicide. It's got everything you need to control some winter weeds. It's not the only one, but I mean it's a good choice. So hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and it's gonna have a Happy New Year and such. Get out here without getting run over. I appreciate you guys watching. We'll check you out next time.